Hello, beautiful people. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are hearing the sound of my voice from at this time, okay? I'm always delighted any day, anytime to be your midst as usual, okay? So, still on the Ooni of Ife stories that is coming out at this time, we've got this one that will tickle your mind so much, okay? And it's still on the stories that are coming out of the palace of the Ooni of Ife. This time, it has to do with uh, Olori Mariam. Okay, you recall that in our last story we told you that allegedly, that Olori Mariam, cried to Paropo, begging, calling for a truce between the other Oloris and Queen Naomi for the purpose of making her come back to the palace so that they can have more and more access to Kabiyesi. That was what was reported in our last story about Olori Mariam. Okay, but what is coming up at this time that is already in the social media is another news that Olori Mariam has allegedly, gone back, but this time, we are told that her quest for marital relevance, okay, has suffered a setback. When she went to Paropo, and now she has moved on to Reverend Esther Ajayi for the continuation of what she feels we finally bring Kabiyesi, and Queen Naomi together in the same place that is under the same confines of the palace so that they can have enough time with their dear husband. Okay, so this is what is trending at this time that, okay, apparently she went to meet, she cried to Paropo. Paropo, being the father of all, will have given her a counsel, like trying to say, look, how feasible will this be? Paropo is not known for, he's not flippant, he's an old man, and he says it the way it is. So what we get out was that apparently the advice from Paropo did not completely allay the fears of Olori Mariam, and that is why she's purported to now move on to no other person than Reverend Esther Ajayi. Omo, this thing hot to now wow. So it's like I said in the last video, it's almost like a dream to me reporting this story because I've always known Olori Mariam to be that one Olori that is, that carries herself with a lot of pride, a lot of majesty, if you want to put it that way, like almost like, nothing do me, okay? But for her to have gone to Paropo, cried to Paropo the first time, and sensing that much result is not coming from there, moving on to Reverend Esther Ajayi, it shows the level of desperation. That is if this story coming out at this time is actually true. So we are told that the decision is influenced by Kabiyesi's continuous, what they call, in our words, what she called escapades with Queen Naomi at the Royal Mansion. You guys are aware that the Royal Mansion is far away in Lagos, while the Ooni of Ife's palace is in Ile-Ife. So the trouble, with this her movement, or what is prompting this her movement is that it is being alleged that every small opportunity that Ooni of Ife has is always running to the royal mansion for this, for that, for so many things, and blah 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 stuff like that. Okay, so just like when she went to Paropo, the plan was that, okay, since it's looking so obvious that their husband will always be finding excuses to go to Lagos to be with Queen Naomi, why not Paropo help them broker a truce that is between the Oloris and Queen Naomi to ensure that Queen Naomi's come back to the palace. Because in her thinking, if Queen Naomi is persuaded to come back to the palace, all those small time that KBC runs away to a royal mansion, it will be eliminated, and they will be seeing their husband, life and direct, and be spending more quality time with him. But apparently that has not gone well with Paropo, and she's not feeling like she's going to get the immediate result she wants. But the thing is, Kabiesi is a very busy man and hardly has free time, even to himself. But they announced, Miriam is complaining that even when he now has that small free time, I mean, he now goes to Lagos to spend it with Queen Naomi. Don't forget that this people kind of underrate, people don't appreciate the work Kabiesi is doing. If you are very used to the social media, you see that this man is always on the move, commissioning this, opening this, traveling here, intervene in this, and all these activities are geared towards providing succor to his people. They are geared towards providing employment for his people. They are geared towards promoting the cultural heritage and the cultural ethos of his people. So he's a busy man, okay? Being here and there. So I think people should try to understand with him. And if he decides to spend a small quality time that is free to him with his heartthrob, we should let him have his peace with that. Okay. So we are being told that now because Olori Mariam didn't get the result she wanted from Paropo, or maybe the result is not coming fast enough, she has moved on to Reverend Esther Ajayi. Don't forget the choice of Reverend Esther Ajayi. Reverend Esther Ajayi is a close confidant of both Kabiesi and Olori Mariam. So in Mariam's estimation, she feels that, okay, because of the close affinity between these three people, she might be able to procure a truce whereby Queen Naomi will come back to the palace, and they will all live together as one big family. Okay, but sometimes I wonder where all this is coming from, because you recall that Miriam visited Paropo not too long ago. You recall that Kabiesi also went all the way to China, and when he got to China, what did he do? He brokered a mineral prospecting trade partnership for Queen Naomi. Okay, so that one was the first shocker. Don't forget, Kabiesi is also renovating the royal mansion as we speak. That came as another big shock to them. Don't forget that even the children fund fair that is coming up, I think, if I'm not mistaken, by 18th of December, is also being partly sponsored by close friends of Kabiesi. That also came as a shocker to them, obviously. Okay, and don't forget that just a few days ago, when there was supposed to be that photo shoot with the twins, oh my God, innocent twins. So when he was supposed to have that photo shoot with the twins and Olori Toby, it was reported that Kabiesi got a call that came at the middle of the whole event, and because of the the way the call came in, okay, it provoked, it made the Kabiesi to abruptly leave that venue for that photo shot, leaving Olori Toby, leaving the innocent twins, leaving the photographers who had purportedly come all the way from Lagos, leaving everything. And according to what we gathered, and according to what Olori Toby had insinuated at that time, that he left all this to go and be with Queen Naomi. Okay, so for them, everything Queen Naomi, Queen Naomi, Queen Naomi. Okay, so maybe for once, maybe Queen Naomi should come back to the palace so that at least they will be forced to be seeing their Oga with them. So she's begging Reverend Esther Ajayi to help appeal to Kabiesi to prevail on Queen Naomi to return to the palace so that Kabiesi's constant trip to Royal Mansion in Lagos will be completely eliminated. They say they're smart, Abi. Okay, this is the same Queen Naomi that was being, brandished in terrible way. She was, stampeded out of the palace. She was. Nothing did not, everything was geared towards ensuring that she leaves the palace. Now she has left that place in peace. How is it now that you guys want her to come back, for God's sake? How is this possible? But from what we gathered, while she was with Paropo, Paropo had warned her about forcing issues because that may not happen. I think I agree with Paropo. I told you guys that Paropo is very straightforward, and he must have told Olori Mariam that, look, the Queen Naomi, he knows it may not be easy to happen that way for her to come back. But in all of this, how is it really possible that Olori Mariam is altruistic in this adventure? I said this before in the other video. How is it possible that she's really real with this? Where did this newfound love suddenly come from? Is it that she's gradually feeling the pangs of gradual isolation? Or perhaps this is one of those, devious plots? I wouldn't know. Truth is, I doubt if Queen Naomi that we know is ready to move into that palace as it is currently constituted. Queen Naomi's greatest asset, is her intelligence and wisdom. She's more than capable of smelling the danger miles away, And as they say, once bitten, twice shy. And again, as my people they talk about, man, So they say when snake don't bite you before, when you see a long rope day, you go run for 40. So I think that is the mindset of Queen Naomi right now. I don't see her going back to that palace, no matter what. It's going to take something extraordinary for her to go back to that palace, as I say it all. Okay, so this is what is coming out at this time, and I have to quickly drop it here. So, what do you think about this story? Please leave your comment in the comment section. Okay, I'm going to be back so soon. Bye bye.